unfortunate injuries here at the first. We've had a couple kids banged up, and hopefully we'll get them back. But it's been going good.
Overcoming injuries is nothing new for you. Last year, you overcame a bunch, including some at the quarterback position when Adam Berkey went down. Does that start right now in training camp, being that resiliency and making sure that you have guys who can plug in holes when guys go down?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a mindset, and yeah, you do a lot of the mindset type stuff this time of year, but it's a year-long thing, where you're just talking to kids and you're just preaching the message of teamwork, and you have to be ready, and people are counting on you.
Defense was such a strength for this team last year. Gave up just 6 points in the final 3 playoff games combined. So what can we expect out of the defense this year?
We're hoping to be very strong defensively this year. We got 7 or 8 starters back off that team. We got numerous kids that have started now 3 years for us on that defense. So, if you remember back in 2012, we gave up more points than what we usually do, and it was because all those kids were sophomores. Well, now it's fast forward, it's 2014. Now those kids are seniors, and hopefully we're going to kind of reap the benefits of our struggles a couple years ago.
Let's talk about the senior class a little, replacing a strong one again, but that's how high school football goes. Always new guys need to come in and step up. Who are you looking to kind of take the lead of this group out of the senior class?
We look for every senior, to be a leader. We tell them every year, you're setting the standard for the work ethic. You're setting the standard for, the behavior on and off the football field. And you're showing the underclassmen how much your senior year means to you, and they're going to take their cues from you, and no matter how hard you work, the younger guys will be just a hair below you. So if you want to drive, you got to work really hard, so you bring them up with you. So that's what we preach to our seniors every year, and we got a very talented senior class this year. Like I said, that's been playing a lot of snaps for us.
The senior class has never not won a state title. How do you keep them from getting complacent or kind of expecting that result? The work ethic has to be the same every year, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is, and we're very fortunate around here that people, I think, have a very level head. They know it's a team sport, and you're only as good as the person next to you. So we try to keep them humble, and I think their parents do a great job of that. We're just going out here, we're working hard every day, and as far as the players go, they're just out here with their buddies having fun.
All right, playing in the MAC, 8-0 last season. Do you do anything in training camp to prepare the guys for conference games, or is it more about just getting ready for week 1 right now?
Well, actually, right now we're not focusing in on week 1. Right now, we're showing them in as many different looks as we possibly can. We just call it adding tools in our toolbox. You never know when you're going to need a certain skill or a certain scheme. And right now, when you have all this extra time, you're just trying to put all those things in your box for later on whenever you need to pull them out.
Is there a player or a group of players who've really impressed you so far early on?
The usual names, I think. The names I think people would recognize. Those kids are really leading us, and J.C. Guttermiller really had a struggle as a junior last year with his knee, first of all, and then he was doing fine with that, and then he had a high ankle sprain that was really sidelined him, and he's looking good, and Hunter's back, and Doc is back, and we got a lot of kids back.
3-way scrimmage against Arlington and Bluffton on the 15th, and then a scrimmage against Jefferson on the 22nd. Will you employ some of those new tools in the tool belt in those scrimmages?
Yeah, we're going to work on a lot of different things. You don't focus in on really anything during the scrimmage. A lot of times after a scrimmage, you'll tell the kids, hey, look, if this was a game, we could have done this every play if we wanted to. But, so sometimes it doesn't go as well as what it could have in a game. But, yeah, we're just trying to look at a lot of different kids. We're going to look at a lot of young kids this year during our scrimmages. So it'll be a lot of fun for the coaches.
New opponent this year, week 2, Gabriel Richard Catholic in Michigan. You're traveling there. How did that come about, that game?
Well, it was a struggle for us finding a week 2 game. We were pretty desperate, and we had gotten declined a whole lot of times by a whole lot of different programs, and finally we had we had a team that said yes. So hey, it's 2.5, 3 hours away. We'll get on the bus and we'll go up there and we'll play football.
Tough to find opponents when you're so talented and people looking for playoff points. They don't want to go up against you.
And we're a small school, so
Division 7.
it's tough when you're a good program, but you don't carry a lot of first level points with you.
Opening up against Shawnee, then that game against Gabriel Richard Catholic, start the MAC schedule with New Bremen. Plenty of games you can see on WOSN for Marion Local this year. That Shawnee game is one, home against Anna on October 3rd, the 10th against Coldwater, and then their final game of the season against St. John's. Coach, quickly we'll finish up with what's one area that you want to see the most improvement between now and that Week 1 game?
Well, I think for me, I want to see our offensive line coming together. We lost 3 seniors off of that offensive line. We had one of our seniors is banged up right now, so we're playing a lot of young kids there. I got a freshman in there, a couple of sophomores we're looking at. So for me, I need to see 5 guys that are coming together and going to play well as a unit on the offensive line.
Flyers looking to get some experience in the trenches here in training camp. Time for a break on the warm-up. Thanks so much to Coach Goodwin for sitting down with us. When we return, Mark Kuntz returns to talk with some of the Flyer players here on the warm-up presented by Community Sports and Therapy.
Welcome back to the warm-up presented by Community Sports and Therapy. I'm Mark Kuntz, joined now by 3 of the seniors on this Marion Local Flyer, 3-time defending state champion football team, Dustin Rethman, Ryan Bruns, and J.C. Guttemiller. Guys, you're familiar with this program. You've been around several years now. Does this feel any different going into your senior season, Dustin?
Not really. We still got to come out and practice and work hard every day. The only thing that's changed for us is just leadership, showing more leadership for the young guys, because we've been here before. We kind of know the plays when they're installed the plays. We just got to help the little guys out.
Ryan, what are some of the ways you're doing that leadership? I mean, obviously you're trying to help out those younger guys. Is that something that extends even off the field as well?
Yeah, definitely off the field. If they're having trouble memorizing their plays or something, you can definitely help them. And one of the bigger things that we try to do is lead by example. So,
JC, earlier Coach Goodwin talked about how, a couple years ago we struggled. Well, you've won 3 straight state titles. Talk about how you struggled a little bit last year with the injuries. I guess the first question is, I know you're feeling better towards the end of the season. Fully healthy now too?
Yeah, I'm 100% now. That brace kind of held me back a little bit, but I fought through it and had practice this summer, and caught back up with everybody else, so should be good this year.
Hunter Wilker kind of stepped up last year as well, having both you and Hunter in the backfield. It's got to ease a little bit of the burden off of you guys.
Yeah, he's definitely a big help to us.
Dustin, speaking of injuries, we know Adam Berkey went down last year. Was that almost a little bit of a blessing in disguise, allowed you and some of the other quarterbacks to get some playing time in the heat of the battle?
Yeah, with a player like Adam, so good, started the past 3 years. It was tough to step up and take the challenge, but I think it helped me this year just getting some varsity experience and some big games. So I'm hoping to, from those experiences last year, to take those into this year to help me.
Ryan, you guys have been in the state semifinals 7 of the last 8 years. How do you battle complacency? How do you instill into these younger kids that it's not just going to happen? We got to work hard now in order to get rewarded in November.
Every day we just come out and it's not about the future. It's about what tomorrow is and working hard today, because if you don't work hard today, you aren't even going to get that chance to get into playoffs when it comes season. So you just have to work hard every day.
JC, Coach Goodwin talked about how you're not necessarily focusing in on an opponent right now. You're just trying to get everything ready for the season. But you've got Week 1. It's coming up rather quickly. Home game for Shawnee. What do you guys need to improve on the most before the Indians come to town?
I think we got to focus more on our offense. Our offensive line. We had some big key guys that left last year, and we have to fill those positions in this year.
All right, we're going to need to take a short time out here on the warm-up presented by Community Sports and Therapy. When we come back, more from the Flyers here on WOSN. Welcome back to the warm-up presented by Community Sports and Therapy. We're joined now by three more of the Marion local seniors, Nathan Heckman, Joe Schwederman, and on the end, the MAC Defensive Player of the Year last season, Jacob Kunkler. Jacob, do you come in this season maybe with a little bit of a target on your back as the Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, definitely. Linemen like to come out and get me then,
Is that something that maybe motivates you over the offseason?
Oh, yeah, it definitely makes me want to work a lot harder.
Joe, what's this team like? I mean, you guys have been together a while. You've had a lot of success. You guys have grown up with each other. We hear it all the time. We're like a family, but it's probably literally like a family for you guys.
Yeah, we've been together a lot. About 6 years. It's our 6th season. So we're pretty connected on defense. We've all been playing about a year. About all of our starters are coming back, so pretty close.
Nathan, you're on the line both offensively and defensively. You've got two good running backs behind you with Gaudemeller and Wilker. Having that type of talent in the running in the backfield, does that put more or less pressure on the line?
I'd say more, because if they're not having a good game, it falls on us, and we have to do good so they can do their best.
A couple of non-conference games, and we get right into the MAC schedule as you guys open up at home against Minster before traveling to St. Henry. Then Anna comes in Week 6. We got the non-conference games, but Nathan, what MAC games have you got circled? Obviously, Coldwater's defending state champion. You know you're going to have a tough battle with them. What other games are you looking forward to in the MAC?
Definitely Coldwater and St. Henry. Going to look at Anna again next year. They're a real big team, and they gave us a tough time last year, so I'd like to play that game a lot better this year too.
Joe, so much postseason success. Do you have to really instill it into the younger kids that
絶対その人たちがその人たちは行きたくても行けないわけじゃないですか。行ける人間が行かないとわけじゃないし、やれる人間がやんなきゃいけないしっていうところで。